Hello, everyone. Nucleus here again. So this is part three of the build vlog for the extreme overclocking piece that I'm doing. I'm pretty much basically going, as a reminder, I'm going for pretty much a all Alphacool build in this Aerocool Dreambox case. So kind of a little bit of housekeeping, not anything major. I had contemplated on what to call this build. I've called previous personal builds, different, satellites based off of, kind of my interest in astronomy. And so this will be my Kepler build. And I think really that's kind of it. But we're gonna do another unboxing of these Alphacool parts. It's going to be mostly fittings, which sounds kind of boring, but we're actually going to be reaching a very important milestone, and you'll see for when I take everything over to the desk. So let's get over to the desk and start unboxing. All right, we're here at the desk. Let's get to the unboxing. So I have two Amazon envelopes, obviously. One of them, this one just came today. This one I'm a little concerned about. I believe it is my temperature sensor. Okay, so I was concerned about the packaging. They just stuck the sensor in there without any actual packaging. So this will be the this is a temperature sensor that I'm going to integrate into the loop. Obviously, this is the motherboard connection. So the way that if you guys, I kind of noticed earlier in the intro, the unique layout of the distribution block is that you have an inlet and an outlet for your radiators, and you have different spots on the distribution block that goes to your different components. And so this is going, so it's like, kind of like multiple loops all in one system. So this is going to go into the loop that's dedicated for just the radiator to radiator to the distribution block part to monitor loop temperatures that way. So that's our temperature sensor. This is, I believe this is just an angle piece. So I actually have two of these, and these are going to be pretty important as far as the bends for the loop, because you can't really bend carbon fiber once it's shaped. So I do have two of these. We'll probably see the other one when I get to opening the other boxes. So, like I said, this is not necessarily going to be the most exciting unboxing because it's pretty much just all fittings. What do we have here? So this is also a 90 degree, but this is going to be coming off of either the one of the radiators or the distribution block. So it is meant to swivel. It's a little stiff, but that's fine. Of course, the additional O-rings different colored O-rings, mind you. As you can see, there's already one, a black one already integrated there. I believe this is probably going to be something similar. No, this is I believe this is a 10 millimeter extender. Uh, this is, I believe I bought a couple of these just in case, um, for the loop, at least for the just the radiator part of the loop. I believe I've got a couple of those. And this is our other angled piece. I believe also all of these fittings are made of brass, either brass or chrome. I might have to check the specs on that. Either way, we will have to get an anti-corrosion solution put into our distilled water when it comes time to start filling the loop and getting everything up and running. So what do we have here? So this is our other 10 millimeter extension. So this is another extension, except this is a male extension. I believe this is also about 10 millimeters as well. This was also more of a kind of don't remember why I purchased this. I think it was just another just in case case situation. So this is actually a pressure release valve. So with the way that I have the one 360 millimeter rad oriented facing up, and it has those two plugs at the top. This is meant to go at the highest point of your water loop, and it's meant for you to be able to use it to allow air to escape, especially when you're filling it. So that's definitely had to have one of these. And let's see. I bought quite a bit of quite a few fittings, so I'm probably going to see some more as time goes on. Another swiveling 90-degree. Try that. Oh, another 90-degree. And another 90-degree. Okay. And so we're kind of getting closer to completing the unboxing. So this is, I believe this is about a 20 millimeter extender. So this is obviously going to go towards the top radiator to allow me to get that to get past the fans and eventually bring the tubing down. We'll probably definitely get a 90-degree connector on a 90-degree fitting on this end to go straight down to start connecting towards the to the bottom rad. So this is going to help with that. So in these larger boxes, we have, so these are so these fittings are definitely going to go on to the radiator. Believe these are meant for 16 millimeter tubing, and this is pretty much just standard connection for the radiator. These appear to be caps of some sort. I think that is probably I'm not sure what their particular use is for, but we'll definitely find out. I don't think that they're meant for as you can see, I don't think they're necessarily meant for protecting the inside. But we'll figure it out as we go along. I believe I don't think this is all what's in these boxes. I think I only bought one set of these. Oh no, I bought two. So two these, I believe I think really why I bought these were to get ahead of when we get the water block for the CPU. I believe that's why I got extras. So and now we have okay, and so now we have these 90-degree fittings. These are also meant for that 16 millimeter tubing. These are for hard tubing. I did definitely make sure that to get fittings for hard tubing, because that's kind of what I wanted to go with. They too have these plastic caps. So that's kind of interesting. I believe most likely I'm probably going to have to end up purchasing additional 90-degree bends for this 16 millimeter that accepts 16 millimeter tubing. So we'll probably see some more of these in the future. So now that may seem pretty lame considering that, they're just all fittings, but we do have this. I did pre-order it. Actually, I pre-ordered this. I shouldn't say pre-ordered. I bought this ahead of time because I definitely wanted the fancy, definitely wanted hard tubing as opposed to some soft tubing, and I wasn't quite confident in my ability to bend and to just bend tubing on my own, and so I got carbon fiber tubing. So as you mentioned, so basically I'm going to have to cut all this tubing on my own. in this box, it's actually four different tubes, all carbon fiber. I believe this is the 16 millimeter. As I kind of outlined before, that this is definitely what I wanted. So definitely looks good. I'm kind of I really can't wait to see what the finished build is going to look like. And I don't think I've ever seen a water cooling build done with carbon fiber tube. I think if you kind of seen like Jay's 2 cents, he's either used like soft tubing, PETG. I believe he used some glass tubing for one build. He's done copper tubing. So no one's ever done carbon fiber, at least to my knowledge. So this will be interesting. So now that's it for the unboxing. So we'll get to. I'll probably go through, do some test fitting of a few things, and then we'll get to starting to put the loop together. So so I will see you in a few minutes from this video after I run through, do some testing, and maybe some adjusting on the where the distribution block sits, making sure that it aligns with the with that larger radiator. So that's it for a few minutes, and I will see you in a little bit. All right. All right. So instead of a few minutes, it's actually been a whole day. So I've gone through during my test fitting of the fittings and kind of how I'm planning on how I want to lay the whole thing out. Is I've already gone ahead and installed this short run from the distribution block over to the this 360 rad. So, but upon a kind of inspection on how the entire run, at least the run for the radiator loop is going to work, is I underestimated the amount of fittings that I need. So the radiator loop is only going to be partially finished for this entry into the vlog. So we'll go ahead and get some other things out of the way. I'll go ahead and install the relief valve here at the top of my radiator, and then we'll get to the rest of the of installing everything in the loop for this entry, and then we'll go from there. All right, so hold on for a moment. All right, so luckily I got my cutting pad here and my pipe cutting tool. This has actually been really helpful in handling the carbon fiber. And then I slowly adjust it as I cut through this material. So I found out that I potentially need, or I probably should, get a finishing bit. But I've been, for at least for that first run that I did, I kind of deburred it with a small file that I have that I use for building models. And I have plenty of this carbon fiber tubing. So I'm not particularly concerned about running out. I think it's kind of, at least I think this is probably the best that I could do, seeing as this is my first time doing a custom loop, as opposed to potentially getting like some PETG or hard plastic tubing that I'd have to go through and bend and potentially waste a number of tubes trying to get perfect bends. Plus, with the way that this this particular distribution plate is set up, it's not as straightforward as probably something a little more straightforward from like Corsair or EK or some of the other water cooling companies. The other thing too, which I probably should have done, was probably look into the rubber tubing instead, because that probably would have been significantly easier, probably a lot faster. Definitely would use fewer fittings in the process. But as I found out, because Alphacool does do quick connects, the quick connects can, with the way that they're built, they can add additional pressure
chew your loop. So that's always fun. So, yep, we're starting to cut through. I'm hoping my cuts are relatively straight. That would be nice. I'm thinking I should go grab some sandpaper too. That'd probably be a lot better or a lot faster than the modeling file that I've been using. Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, sounds like it. Yeah, there we go. All right. So as you can see, it's not very smooth. I think I could. As you can see, I have my file. I think I should. Yeah, I think I should definitely use sandpaper. Sandpaper would probably be a little quicker. I've got a couple different grit levels as well. So yeah, let me go grab some sandpaper, and hopefully we could get this run out of the way pretty quickly. So, all right, so I've got 60 grit, 80, 120, and 220. Let's see if that'll help us kind of clean this up without the deburring tool. Yeah, I feel this is a lot more effective than what I was doing with the file. Seems quicker too. Alright, well, hopefully this will do. So let's get it over to the loop and see how it fits.
All right. So I had to cut the video for a little bit because this run here, it wasn't seating correctly because this run was too long, and of course, hair coming off of the radiator. This was also slightly too long, so I kind of got that corrected. Then I noticed that this whole run was kind of shifted off a little bit, so I had to shift the radiator back towards the case a little bit more to kind of straighten it out. I'm not sure if it's still 100% straight, but I think it's probably as going to be close as it's going to get. So I remounted the fans. I did move the connector that's going to go to the L3 Connect box. I shifted it to the front so to kind of clean it up to make sure all the cables are at least, for the most part, at least for the front, kind of running from the front in towards the back of the case, and it will probably be hidden behind the motherboard once I get a motherboard purchased. So here, where the power supply is going to mount, I'm contemplating on whether or not keeping that there in the same position, or probably moving it up either towards the center of the case or towards the very top. So that'll be something coming down the pipeline pretty soon. So I have a thought with some of these connections. So at first, because I do have a water block, or I will have water block for the RAM, which will also be overclocking, I'm contemplating whether or not I can use these fittings to come straight off of the distribution block, or will I have to potentially get maybe something like some more of these angled fittings, depending on how everything sits and the height of everything, because I've been contemplating it, possibly recessing these supports further in, but I'm kind of afraid that they might hamper the placement of the power supply no matter where it ends up sitting. So that'll be something that I'll be kind of looking at towards the future. I don't have a spare motherboard to kind of test out either option, so we'll kind of play it by ear and see where it goes. So that'll be it for this entry into the build vlog. So yeah, that'll be it. Lots of lots of things that I need to consider. So but that's it for this one. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.